Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Dutchman Watches Mahjong Soul. Today we got pretty lucky right off the bat. I've got a full team of 4 that I can read every single name. And everybody is Expert 1 with the exception of one player who is Expert 2. So we'll get to see some really low level Mahjong. Hopefully we'll get to see some crazy, wild, wacky shenanigans. And otherwise, just have a really good time with it. Pop on over to our dealer. Sengoku Gaming starting us off. Hands and dealing tile. Ili Ili to the right. Nagi across the way. And then Slaughter to the left. Sengoku starts off 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful shapes, but the bamboo are a little weak. And they're discarding their honor tiles. Ili Ili is pretty close to a half flush. Got a couple dots to get rid of and still needs to steal some honors. But yeah, that is exactly what they're going for. Nagi across the way. Lots of pairs. Maybe going for a pwn hand. Knocking some of those out. Stealing some tiles. And lastly, Slaughter to the left. Has the most efficient shapes on the board. They are Ishan 10 already. Looking for 2, 5 in characters, 5 being the Dora, and then 7 bamboo with a pair in the 3s. That red dragon, though, is exactly what Ili Ili is looking for to make their half flush happen. Sengoku has 2 of the 5s that Slaughter needs, and is also building very efficient shapes. Will they get scared off of playing with these honor tiles in their hand, though? Not yet, anyways. They can pwn the east, drop any of their dots to make a double-sided weight on 3s and 6s. Thinking real hard about the 7, trying to decide what their weight's going to be. They drop the 8. The 8 is safe. And maybe they're thinking they'll pwn the 7s and drop the 5, 6. Slaughter finally drops the red dragon. Ili Ili steals it quickly. The rest of his blocks are kind of dookie, though. Got a pair of 9s, an 8, and a 4. Nagi, surprisingly, does not steal the white dragon. Must be going for a 7 pairs hand, then. 7 comes out from Sengoku. They decide to keep the 5, 5, 6 instead, and I think that's a good idea. They could chi this and go for the double-sided east and 5 weight. But they need the east if they want to do that. You gotta drop the 6 here. I knew you would do it right. I had no doubts in my mind that you would pull that off. The 5 is not a winning tile. It's highlighted in red just because it is technically a valid tile to win on. But without a Yaku, Sengoku cannot finish the game yet. They have to win on the east. Or discard the east and go for Tanya. They've already got 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, pair of 5s. Tanya would not be that far out of the equation for them. They'd probably end up Furitan with some of the tiles they've discarded, but holding out for the 3rd east on a completely live board with one player showing half flush. A long shot. But they're do or die. They're committed. Now, Ili Ili has found their tile. They are ready on 4s and 9s. Oh, and Sengoku finds the east. Double east for the dealer with Dora 4? Am I reading that right? Double east, Dora 3. So it's only a Mongon. One more Han, that would have been a cool 18k to start the game. Sengoku, though, taking a dominating lead. Ili Ili with the slow half flush maybe gave them too much time to play. Anyways, new game. Sengoku has very good blocks. Looking for a pair still, but the 3 can convert pretty easily. You gotta find something to do with his 9. Ili Ili to the right is... Ooh, very, very nice shapes. 3 good blocks, and plenty of pairs to choose from. Nagi, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, and a bunch of honors. Very far behind. Slaughter to the left Similarly push into a half flush, just like Illy from the hand before. But they have green Castile. The South won't do them anything. Make a nice pair though. And the 2-3 is very efficient, so whether or not they want to give that up, we shall see right now. They keep the double-sided weight. The greens are good enough for them. They'll push themselves into second place just by winning 1,000 points. Sengoku Gaming is Ishan 10. That's the tile they needed. No, they were not quite Tenpai yet. I don't know if they could have done anything differently just yet. Twos and Souths are dangerous for Slaughter. Only 1,000 points, so not the end of the world. The first tile they discarded was the 6 of dots. And they didn't even end up using that 2-3 shape, so maybe a silly idea. Sengoku going to be perfectly happy paying 1,000 points. They've already got 12k over their starting. What's 1,000? We move over to Ely as our dealer. 3-4, 1-2-3-4, Adora in the 9, and a 4-4-5 shape. Very good. Nagi has a whole bunch of garbage and discards their north. Maybe even could have gone for a Kokoshi hand, a 13 Orphans hand, with how much absolute garbage they have. But they choose not to. Chanta instead, perhaps. Slaughter has another half flush push. Pair of 3s, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8. They dropped all their honors and bamboo, or all their characters in bamboos with a concealed pawn of whites. Very lucky. The reds are dead though. Green's probably going to go as well. Not very likely to find that. Sengoku. Pair of Souths which do nothing on their own. Pair of 6s. Pair of Dora 9s. A 5-6 and a 6-7. So good shapes. Probably pair the 9s and then... I don't know. You want to draw a 7 there? Draw a South there? I don't know. Illy has put together some good shapes. They've got a 3-4-4-5 shape, which is 2 double-sideds. Because they've already got a pair in the 4s here. You're not very likely to draw the inside of the 2 here. Better off dropping this 4. If you're not going to use both sides of it. Nagi. Sheed their 9, so they are doing a Chanta push. Only going for terminals and honors. So this 4 is going to have to come out eventually. Will it be dangerous when it does? The whites get conned, and are greatly rewarded for it. 5 of dots is now Dora. They only have 1, but with a half flush hand, pretty easy to work it in. The Souths come out for Sengoku. They get pwned by Nagi. Nagi ditches their 4. They are now 1 tile away. Unfortunately, that 4 is not what they needed. They cannot use this. They have to get rid of it right away. Ooh, bad choice. That is not going to work. Oh, South or Dora. Or South or their seat win. Never mind. They lose the Chanta, but they gain the ability to win quickly. South is Yaku High. They're now on a 7-mon only weight. 4 will Suji trap it. Maybe someone will play it, but this 3 doesn't fit. They protect the 3. Very clever read. They saw the half flush open. They knew that any dot was going to be dangerous, and they protect it, knowing that just 1,000 points for South would not be worth it. Similarly, Illy is hanging on to their Ricci. They don't want to commit to anything just yet. They are looking for... Oh, a pair weight on the 8s? Yeah, that weight is garbage. So there's a reason they're not taking that Ricci. They had a 2-5 weight. They threw it away. Didn't like 6 tiles versus 3. Or 2 even. Nagi still protecting this 3. Very good play. Slaughter draw a discard. If it ain't a dot, I don't care. Sengoku has made progress but has a lot of dots. Specifically, they have it at 7. The 2 comes out. Is that crazy? Maybe not. Is this the weight? No. Illy, I feel like you gotta make a move. Maybe just holding Tenpai was all he took. Anyways, we move on. A drought. 5, 6, 7, pair of 9s, 8, 9, 1, 3, and a pair of 9s. So all the blocks are here for Illy. Not great shapes though, so it'll be a little slow. Nagi has 1, 2, 6, 8, 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Possible chance to an Itsu. They'd have to find another pair though. And speaking of 4s and 3s, there's 1 3 on the table, so the Itsu's pretty well alive. Oh, sorry, 2 3s. Slaughter 2 4 5 2 3 1 3 5 6 6 7 7. Pretty good shapes from Slaughter. I think I like the efficiency there. They even paired up the 2s right away, dropping the 7. Perfect. Sengoku has a 1 1 2 3 8 8 1 1. 7 pairs from Sengoku. Or I'm not as good as Mahjong as I think I am. They dropped the 1s though, so they're trying not to go for 7 pairs. But they don't steal the green, so they want to go for 7 pairs. But they dropped the 2, so they're not going for 7 pairs? What is going on with this hand? How you gonna make this work without pawning the greens? I don't understand. Absolutely confused. I got whiplash from how many times that hand changed directions. Illy has made almost 0 progress. With how garbage their shapes are, we're really not surprised by that. They decided to drop a 9 to protect an East, which is a very thing you can do when you're Expert 1. And don't ever let anyone tell you can't. Sure, just drop 2 9s to protect an East. Nagi, a little bit more reasonable, has a 2 4. They found a Dora. Has built a few more bamboo shapes. They still got this lonely 1. They also dropped their 2, so Itsu is now completely out of the question. Illy finds a pair of South that does nothing for them. The East would have. Souths do not. Slaughter, pair of 2s, pair of 4s, pair of 7s and 6s. I don't think they want to go for 7 pairs, but they're not finding the shapes they're looking for. Every tile since this Southwind has been draw discard. Sengoku, after deciding they didn't want 7 pairs, is now really far away from any sort of shape at all. They have to drop the greens at some point. They drop Dora instead. Illy is still protecting honors for some reason. Has found some very good characters here though. So maybe there's a way out of this for them yet. Nagi opens up a Chi on 6, 7, 8, looking to force a Tanya, perhaps, all simples. They need to lock in one of these pairs, and then they're good to go. Yeah. But Slaughter finds the Ricci. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. So it's double-sided pair weight on 6s and 7s. If they had had a 2 there, it would have been a 2, 5, 8 weight, and that 8 was actually would have been the winning tile. Nagi has screwed themselves out of a win. They've ended up on a double-sided weight for 5s and 8s. They have all the 8s and there's the 4th. So only 5s can do it. And there's a 5 right over there. If they change their weight though, which they do, they're actually lucky that they get to now protect these two dangerous tiles, the 6s and 7s. Their weight is almost worse than it was before though. Please don't keep discarding your bamboo. Just swap repair if you think that's something you can do. And they do. Oh, wow. The 7 of characters comes out from the Ricci. They couldn't use it, they had to discard it. Tanya Dora 2 is the name of the game. Dealership finally passes. We pass over to Nagi as our new dealer. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 8, 8, 9. 1, 2, 6, 8. A lot of blocks already present in the hand. They're just really bad shapes, but there is a chance to Sanshoku, so maybe we'll see some action there. Slaughter has 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, 9. Very good shapes. A pair of whites as well. They can open on that if they feel they want to. They're behind on the points though, so definitely need something more if they want to stage a full comeback. Sengoku. Ili Ili pawns the north, that's their seat win, so they're almost there. Also half flush perhaps. Sengoku on the other hand, pair of 5s, 4, 5, 5. Pawn of 5s. 4, 5, 5, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, white and green. So Sengoku has all their blocks, beautiful pair. Options on what they want to wait on. Ili Ili cons the north, revealing the 6 of dots, meaning 7 of dots is Dora. Nobody has one yet, but Nagi is in the best position to use it. 5, 6 for Slaughter can also use it pretty easily. Sengoku actually had one. Nagi chooses not to chi the 7. I think that's a good idea. They don't really have a Yaku yet. The whites get pwned by Slaughter, and they are now Tenpai for 6s and 9s in the characters. 6 bamboo comes out, which is a bit of a weird play. Maybe now that they have the 9 of bamboo, they see the Sanshoku possibilities. Unfortunately, with 7s becoming Dora, nope, 8 and 9 are coming out now. Alright. So they just felt like the 9 was a better tile than the 6. Very weird. And now they're taking a double-sided 6-9 that they're Furitan on. They can drop the 8 at any point. Did they think they needed to protect the 8, maybe? That seems weird to me with all the 7s and 9s and 8s on the board. But whatever happens over here, Sengoku Gaming finds the Ricci, 6s and 9s in the dots. A full pawn of 5s, a full pawn of 5s. If they had held out one turn, they could have pawned the last 5. Sanshoku Doko would have been very exciting to see, but not today. Ricci, 1, 2, 3, 4 Dora, by the way. The 9 comes out, that's a Roan. Tough luck. But as I mentioned before, white Dora 1 is not enough points. It does bring Sengoku below 30, so we will go into a south round if it comes to that. But Slaughter, now our dealer, has a lot of ground to make up. Well, maybe not too much. They only need 900 points if they want to make third. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, so very beautiful Manzu pattern. The 4 does not help it, but it does give them a pair option. It turns a 7, 8 into a double-sided. And then we're still looking for a pair, so I guess it's not the end of the world. A floating 1, a floating east. Sengoku to the right. Pair of 9s, a loose 7, a loose 3. Pair of greens, a pawn of 5s, a pair of 2s, so lots of really good shapes here. It is still east round, so these easts are valuable. Ili Ili has half flush again. Say it ain't so. Pair of 1s, 3, 6, 6, 7, pair of 9s, pair of whites. Lonely northwest and south, or 7 of dots, sorry. Nagi, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6, 8, 8, 9, 9. Completing either of their 2 double-sided blocks, dropping 9, 8, dropping 6, 8. breaking these pairs apart in one way or another to make a legal hand. Slaughter finds a 7 and keeps it, which really complicates the shapes they're working with. This 8 is kind of... well, the 7's really on its own, is what's happening here. Sengoku cons the 5, revealing the 6. The 7 of characters is now Dora. Slaughter passes it, knowing that that would really screw their hand. But they have a very clear direction now, dropping the 8, dropping the 4. Making these 5s the pair. And then waiting on whatever the freak you think. Whatever the hell you damn well please. 5 of characters comes out, but it didn't help improve Nagi's hand. In fact, it pushes them towards a 6-2 weight. No, 7 pairs. Never mind. They're making the bold move. Ooh, 2 of characters for Slaughter means they can drop this 8 now, picking up a 3 of characters. 3 and 7, and their Tenpai. Sengoku has called all the way down to their last 2 blocks though, greens and 9s for Toi Toi East, possibly greens. Toi Toi 2, East 3, Dora 1. Greens would give them 5. It doesn't actually matter. They're definitely already at the 40 Fu territory. Ooh, Ili draws a 9. Can't use it at all. Will he protect it? No. So Ili is going to be our big loser on this one. Going to get hit for at least a Mangan. Sengoku will pass back up above 30. And Slaughter had all the pieces to take it all the way to the top. Just not enough. Not enough go get it attitude. Probably could have called some of these pones and cheese, make a Tanya shape. Anyway, Sengoku, congratulations, 37,000 points, plus 68. Ili, you should have... well, nah, I mean, you probably would have protected... You did what you could, Ili. Better luck next time. But anyways, that's going to do it for Let's Watch Mahjong Soul. If you enjoyed that episode, please click the like and subscribe button. It really helps small channels like this one grow and reach a wider audience. If you think that half flush is appropriate for this level of play, leave a comment down below, letting us know how you promoted out of Expert 1. And I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening. Goodbye.